What's up, fellas? Here with the Week 5 review. Got to get the video done while I'm at work today. I have to cut out here a little early. Got a soccer match at Clemson I got to get to tonight. So I try to get these videos to you guys every week. I have a lot going on this week, so I will get a short one in here while I can. Obviously, we saw the game last night. There's a lot going on between mine and Dalton's matchup. His receiver had 3 catches, but unfortunately for me, 2 of those were for touchdowns, and he was able to win by a couple points, just shy of a couple points. My kicker killed it. Just couldn't quite get it done. So Dalton beat me. It was 115 to 113. Dalton had a decent game out of Brady with 20. Kareem Hunt had 13. His, obviously big day out of Adams. Decent day out of Diggs. Obviously, if it wasn't for Gabe Davis scoring 2 massive touchdowns in that game, Diggs probably could have done a little bit better. He had a good day out of ETN there. His defense got him -1. Nothing going on the bench, but outside of his defense, kicker and Hawkinson, everybody else did fairly well for him. Looking at my team, obviously going into Sunday, I didn't expect to win because I had 3 guys Thursday all get less than 10 points each. So that was going to be tough. Obviously, Nick Chubb did his best to keep me in the game. He got me 25. McCaffrey got me 20. My defense and my kicker both are number 1 in fantasy, 15 points, 16 points respectfully. But then everybody else shit the bed. I mean, Gerald Everett had less than a point. 3 points at AJ Dillon. I don't know what's going on there. And then, of course, I have nothing on my bench every week. My bench is probably the worst in the league. So I don't ever have any coaching decisions to make. It's like, hey, if my starters are playing, they're playing. That's how it goes for me. Next up, we got the biggest blowout of the week. This was Garrett over Dakota. Garrett won this one 147 to 88, pretty much. I'm looking at Dakota's team. Picked up Stafford late Sunday, I believe. Only got him 10. Saquon did well, 18. Kamara did okay with 20. Obviously, was expected to do probably a lot better given what Taysom Hill ended up doing for those guys out of nowhere, it seems. And then everybody else on Dakota's team had single digits. That is why he got whooped so bad. I mean, looking at his team, obviously you expect maybe a little bit more out of Waddle. St. Brown was obviously coming off injury. I think he was more kind of a decoy out there. Jamar Chase only got him to 8.5. And yeah, Tony Pollard on the bench who had 15, but obviously wouldn't have made a difference in his matchup. And then looking at Garrett's team, Kyler Murray continues to, get points, but it's always late in the game, and the Cardinals are just fucking weird, man. I don't know if maybe when Hopkins comes back they'll play better, but we'll see how that goes. He got 16. Eckler and Fournette led the way, 30 plus each. Just big days out of them. Mike Williams had a big day with 18. Olave got him 13. 10 out of his defense and 10 out of his kicker. Good recipe for success there. Did have Kirk Cousins on the bench who had 22. Hayden Hurst on the bench with 14. 2 Chiefs receivers on the bench, each with just inside double digits. Had Darren Waller in his lineup who got him 0. Left the game with a hamstring injury last night, so we'll see if he's going to miss any time there. Obviously, I hope not, as I own him in a league, but we'll see how that goes. Obviously, he has DJ Moore here who had 8.5 points. We'll see if the coaching change in Carolina, how that affects their team. Obviously, I can't think they could get any worse. So at least I think the sky is pointed up somewhat for the Panthers, but we'll see how that goes. Next up, I got Josh versus Jason F here. It was 114 to 103. Looking at Jason's team, Josh Allen killed it with 35. It's been amazing this year. Had Gabe Davis in his lineup too with 30, so you'd probably expect to win when you got 2 guys get 30. But when you have James Robinson get you 5, Chase Edmonds get you 0.1, your tight end gets you 0, your defense gets you 2, your kicker get 5. Like, nobody else helped them out there. Debo and Mike Williams each got 10. Just rough day there. Singletary only with 5. I thought Singletary would play a little better, but obviously it was the Josh Allen throwing it deep show on Sunday. I'm looking at Josh's team. Burrow did okay, 17. Derrick Henry had a big day. He'll be on bye this week. with 26. DK had 15. Cowboys defense with 22. Everybody figured they were going to have a big day against the Rams because the Rams can't block, and Cowboys got a great pass rush. Michael Parsons was out there. I think he's the best defender in the NFL. Obviously, I'm a little biased because he's on my team, but he was out there playing. You could tell with the groin injury and still dominating. I mean, he's absolutely amazing. Had Mostert on the bench who had 19, so could have got a few more points there. Obviously, CEH scored a touchdown early in that game and then got ruled not a touchdown, and then obviously Kelsey did his thing in the game last night. And we will talk about him next because we have Michael versus Garrett, number 2, or Garrett Pastor. Michael won this one 116 to 105. Michael is the only undefeated team in our league, and lucky me, I get to play him this week. So we'll see how that works out for my team. Looking at Garrett's team first, we have Justin Herbert, who had 14. Now, I don't know how Herbert only had 14. Like, Eckler and Mike Williams had great games on Sunday. How did Herbert not do better? Like, I didn't really look into it, but I was playing like a 3-man stack in one of my DFS lineups and was like, oh shit, Eckler and Williams killed it. Like, so you assume Herbert killed it, like throwing it to Eckler, throwing it to Williams, but just wasn't the case. Cooper Kupp got him 17. He got Justin side double digits for Stevenson and Breece Hall. A lot of guys close to double digits on his team, just not quite enough. Nothing really going on the bench, to worry about. Did have the Steelers defense who got him -4. That definitely hurts there. Looking at Michael's team here, led by Jalen Hurts, who's having an amazing season with 28. Alan Lazard got 11. Travis Kelce with 30. Shit, I'm surprised he didn't have more than 30, but I guess he had 4 touchdowns, but only had like 30 yards receiving. 13 out of his defense. Had Wentz on the bench, who had 22. Has Kenneth Walker on the bench with 15, who's now going to be the starter with the bad injury happening to Rashad Penny. Nothing else really going on his team there to speak of. His kicker did get him 0, so that kind of sucks, but still able to get the win. Next up, we got Derek versus Jason C. Derek won this one, scoring the most points in the league this week, 161 to 119. Looking at Jason's team, Derek Carr got him 18. Josh Jacobs had a nice day with 28. Marquise Brown had 18. Devonta Smith had 14. Michael Carter with 16. I'm curious how Michael Carter and Breece Hall are still going to pan out, but it looks like it's just going to be a committee for now. Had Najee Harris in the lineup, got him 5. I mean, this just sucks. I mean, T. Higgins, I think he was dealing with a concussion or some kind of injury. He got 0 for him. Tough there. Did have Michael Thomas on the bench who was out, so tough break there. Obviously, nothing would have probably mattered going up against Derek's team this week. Lamar Jackson didn't even play that well. I only got him 15. Dalvin Cook with 25. Jeff Wilson with 20. I mean, near everybody in his lineup scored double digits outside of his defense. Like, when that happens, it's a recipe for success. Tyler Lockett at 25, big day out of him. Went with the 2 tight end in his lineup, which, given the way tight ends play, is not the smart thing in my opinion. But it worked out for him this week because they both got double digits. They're probably like 2 of the top 5 tight ends this week. I guarantee it. Had Montgomery on the bench who had 16. I wasn't even aware Montgomery played this week. Nothing else going on the bench, but obviously great day out of Derek's team. Then the last matchup we have the teams who scored the fewest points in the league. Both of them were 11th and 12th in scoring, so obviously one of them has to win, which is just unfortunate. But Ray beat Kitty this week. It was 84 to 83, so it was a very close matchup. Looking at Ray's team, Mahomes obviously carried him with 30 points. Justin Jefferson had 24, and the rest is not pretty. Aaron Jones 9. Damian Harris got hurt in that game, 1.5. Mooney is not good, 6. Garrett Wilson with 4. Conklin had 0. J.K. Dobbins had 4. I mean, it's just not great. Looking over at Kenny's team, which if Kenny would have made some different coaching changes, he could have easily got the win. We'll look at that in a second. Jared Goff got him 5. David Pierce led his way in scoring pretty much with 19. Mark Andrews had 19. And it's just a lot of single digits. 1, 4, 1, 4. Did have Jacoby Myers on the bench who had 21. So could have got some more points there. Obviously, you're guaranteed you're playing Tyreek Hill. But the way Jacoby Myers has played this year, like it could be a toss up between Cooks, Kirk, and Samuel. I don't know, obviously, where they were ranked going into the week, what the I guess the projections are here. I guess he was projected the least amount of points out of all those guys, but Detroit's the worst defense. I, I can't guarantee I would have put him in there given the other guys, but it's tough. Obviously, Trevor Lawrence got him 10 compared to Goff's 5. I'm not sure what I would have done there either, but making that change would have helped him get the victory there. So it is what it is. But obviously, there are going to be some good waiver pickups this week. There were some injuries, but I think most of the guys who got hurt, they're the guys who are going to reap the benefits of that are already owned in our league, like Ken Walker and Ramondre Stevenson. Um, Obviously, bye weeks start this week, so that's going to affect teams setting their lineups and having guys. So make sure you guys pay attention to that and get your guys set in and get your stuff put out there for the week, your waiver claims in and all that good stuff. That is all I have for you guys. I will have new power rankings out. There's some changes at the top. I think the bottom pretty much stayed the same. But I will get that posted here shortly. I'll see you guys next time.